Hello, Bumaseva. I hope you guys are good. This week we are in the Mazda 2 1.5 individual. A nice little compact budget offering from Mazda. So yeah, let's get right into it. We're gonna do the outside, the inside, full verdict. So stay tuned. So on the exterior of the Mazda, I think this is probably one of the most attractive little cars you could find on the market right now. It's a very cute car, very premium design. You know, you have a very simple Mazda. The design culture of Mazda is very simple, but yet very imposing and very attractive. You know, you have this grille, you have the Mazda badge right in the middle. Since this is the individual, so the top spec of it, you do have a bit of a red accent going on the grille. You have these really nice rims that are going on these 16-inch wheels, and I think it's a very pretty car. It's very nice to look at. Even this color is finished in polymetal gray, so they call it polymetal gray, and I think it's really a pretty car. You know, you have your LEDs. Yeah, very compact though, very small. Even the rear looks like a bit of a kunkwan, a bit of a bug nyana, so I like it. So I really do like the exterior styling of the car, even this exterior, the paint that it's finished in. I think it's very pretty. You even have a carbon roof, a little bit of, they put like some carbon-esque kind of material, a carbon fiber kind of material on the roof. So it gives it a bit of a more sportier stance and a bit of a sporty look, and I think it really looks the part. It looks really nice. So yeah, exterior-wise, I'm thoroughly impressed. Moving on to the interior. I mean, the interior is definitely a Mazda. I must have it. So this thing, it does what our iPhones are doing now. It overheats. So what it's showing me on the infotainment system screen is a temperature warning. Display is too hot. Screen performance may be decreased until it cools. Anyway, we'll get into that a bit later. Anyway, on the interior, it's actually quite nice. I really do like the finishes. I love Mazda's interiors. You know, you have red accents going on around the aircon vents. You have your climate control knobs, which are quite nice and quite cool. You have the small infotainment system screen, which is part touchscreen, part, you know, you have to use the knob, the gear lever, the knob that is just by the gear lever here. Obviously, it's an automatic transmission, so you have this really cool leather-wrapped gear lever. You have a bit of an analog-esque digital display, so the gauge is analog, your rev counter is analog, and then your speedometer is digital, and everything else is a bit digitized, but very old school analog digitized, I guess. You have a multi-function steering wheel, which is actually quite easy to use. And what I also like about this interior is that you have this kind of Alcantara suede going on the dash and also on the seats, you know, so there's a bit of a contrast, a bit of a mix between leather and the Alcantara, and the red stitching also going on around it. It's a very nice little car, man. I love the interior. It's a nice place to be in. You also have heads-up display, you know, push to start, you know, keyless entry. There's quite a plethora of features that are in this car, and I think it's a very pretty little thing. Your roof lining is white, which kind of helps a bit, because when you have a bit of a brighter roof lining, it lets a bit more air in and makes the car feel a bit bigger. So I feel like if it was a black roof lining, the car would feel smaller than it really is, you know. So yeah, I think in terms of the interior, it's a very nice little place to be. You do have a conventional volume knob, which I find to be the placement a bit odd. It's a bit far from everything. Should have been up here. But yeah, I think it's a really cute little car to be in. I think it's also it's nice to be in something it's a bit refreshing because of the simplicity of Mazda. So I think that the interior is a very proper place to be in. Okay, let's get into the drive of the vehicle. This vehicle is powered by a 1.5 liter engine that produces 85 kilowatts and 148 Newton meters. The way it drives, it's very typical of Mazda, a bit of a sluggish power plant. It feels a bit strained when you're going on high speeds. When you put your foot down, I mean, it doesn't really respond as swiftly or as promptly as other vehicles would. But it's trying, like it really is trying, like yazama, but it just after a while, it runs out of breath. Yeah, and it also sounds strange, so you don't want to put your foot down because and you're putting too much pressure on it. But I mean, fuel economy is quite decent. Not the greatest, because I've been doing about 7 to 8 liters. But it's okay. I think it could the fuel economy could be a little bit better considering the size of the vehicle, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. It's actually not too horrible. And yeah, yeah, let's get into the verdict, I guess. Verdict of the Mazda 2. Right. Ultimately, this is a budget car, but it's a budget car that feels a bit more premium, as opposed to Polo Vivo GT, Toyota Starlet, Suzuki Baleno, Swift, whatever. I think it's a bit of the more premium one of the lot in that budget segment. This one is the individual, which is the top spec. So this is priced at 380,000 Rand. The Mazda 2 range starts at 303,000 Rand for the active. Then you have the dynamic, and then you have this individual. So this is the top spec, obviously the top of the range. And I do think that it is a nice car. It is quite great. But the only thing that's kind of like deterring me from it is how small it is. It's quite small. I think I'd be better off space-wise in a Baleno or a Starlet. Like that deep boot kind of gives that car a very huge competitive edge over a lot of its rivals. The boot space in here is quite small. The rear legroom could be compromised, especially for taller people. So it's a bit of a very small car, but it does feel premium as opposed to the ones that I've mentioned. Also the engine, this it sounds so strained. I mean, when you put your foot down, show me askis in it hardy, but you need to participate in driving. That's the only thing that I have with that. Like this 1.5 power plant, it just sounds strained. That's the issue I have with it. It just sounds strained. But I think as a product as a whole, it's quite good. I think it would work for me in my lifestyle. I mean, it's quite small, but it would work well. I mean, I get munna, I get katse, I get mja, I get pudi, I get jasilo. So it works. It kind of works for me. But I think that with the 380,000 Rand price point, I would probably go look for something a bit cheaper. But I think this would be a really nice daily for someone who wants a budget car that feels a bit more premium, feels a bit more expensive, and a budget car that just is different from the rest, you know? And I think you got a lot of you guys will argue that 380,000 Rand is quite expensive. That's almost 400k. I mean, you can even get the normal Polo Life for that money. And I agree with you. I think it is quite a lot of money. It gives me such a very girly Nyana Saturday vibe, this car, you know? Like you and your girls are going to a braai, you're going out for brunch, you know? Maybe if you're going to the braai, you have all your coolers in this car, you know, you guys are looking cute. Kitty Ted Baker, Kitty Aldo, Kamo, Zazala, Beberry, you know, Evela Parallel Phone, and you're like, hey, Maseve, me, Kenwa, yellow label, Corolla, and then he buys it for you. I'm joking, but I think it's a very nice little. It makes a statement also. You know, it's like joking. Okay, Mazda 2A, cute. You know, it has that little bit of a very nice, compact, cute, agile appeal. If you guys get what I mean, and that's why I say that the Mazda 2 is a bit of a premium one as opposed to the other budget cars I've mentioned. But the sound system also, it's quite good. The sound system is very good. It's a very comfortable car. I've done about 300 Ks over this weekend, and I think it's a very nice car to have. I feel like it's very comfortable. It's something that you would enjoy on a daily going to work or school. Economically, I am quite disappointed. The swivel knob that's here, it's a bit too far down. The volume button's also quite far down. Like, this volume button could have been up here by the infotainment system screen. You know, this swivel knob, sometimes when you're on CarPlay, it's touchscreen. Sometimes it's not touchscreen. So, I don't understand what's going on properly. But it's a bit, like, but yeah, that is it from me, Buma Server. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Kidi Zambantate Akulu Namela Foile Shakele Zanamukula Boxing Surope Sukopanele Shoti Mzimbo Kopanele Summer Dress. But even if it's the festive season, guys, please be safe. Enjoy responsibly. Have all the fun in the world, but live it safe, you guys. We want to see you guys in the new year. And it's nice and hot. Very, very hot, guys. It's nice and warm. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I don't know how to get Chase Ning. I'll let you guys know when the last review is up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Do let me know in the comments, what are you getting at that price point? What are you getting for 380,000 Rand? You know, there's quite a lot of options that I've listed in this video. So do let me know. Let's engage. Let's talk. And yeah, guys, bye-bye. I am hungry. I need to go I need Eggs Benedict. Eggs, bacon, namatand. That's all I need right now. Alrighty, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Boma 7.